Hey, how's it going, everybody? Sarasota Tim coming to you from the home base here in Sarasota, Bradenton. Took a few days and did something different, and now I'm taking a few more days and doing something back right here at home where I belong. But man, I had to unpack a lot of stuff, been cleaning up a little bit. I turned the air conditioning off, and this thing was a hot box, and I've been turning the air off to save money on the electric bill because in the wintertime it is like hardly even worth mentioning. But when this thing has to run 24/7, it's a gas hog. It really does use up some electric. If you look at I keep my filters clean, don't you worry. I have a regular reminder on my phone, plus I can, I just look at it. Because the second that thing stopped working, a new one has to be put on, and I have to go to a room or somebody's house until it's fixed, because this is the time of year it's uninhabitable to be in a camper, really an apartment, without air conditioning. It's hot. Although today was pretty nice. I went to the beach, played some frisbee or aerobie. I did a little bit of snorkeling, which was not anywhere close to being real snorkeling. The water had waves, and it's blowing the snorkel all around, the mask off my face. There was current. There was a yellow flag flying. It was not, clear and snorkeling weather, and it wasn't big enough waves for surfing or even body surfing, really. But it was very refreshing, and that's another thing. That water is going to get hot. It's already 80 degrees. It'll get up to about 90. And that's like bath water. It really, because the water is so shallow here at the Gulf of America that it just heats up. I mean, you got to go way out to get over your head deep off the beach here. So the water will definitely be very, very warm. And then, of course, we go into the old hurricane season. Welcome to Florida, baby. This is what it's all about. Nothing changes. Every year it's the same thing. But we really did have a very nice winter here. And it was not a bad day today with a breeze and, about 85 or so on the coast. It was probably like 88 or 87 inland, which is a big difference between living on the ocean or the Gulf, I should say, and inland. Rainy season's going to start. We're about 3 or 4 o'clock every day. Big thunderstorms come, and it's nice and humid. So yeah. Great. But let's begin today. This morning I got up early, and I went to McDonald's and had a coffee with scrambled eggs and sausage. Now I'm going to discuss. Oh, here he goes again. First of all, I got some coffee cups here I'll talk about. We're going to do something in the morning about diet. All right. I talk, and then eventually I act. I stop talking, and there's action. I have drawn a line in the sand. Today, and I don't mind telling you, I was taking a couple of selfies to send to somebody, sitting on the beach. Hey, look at me, I'm on the beach. There's the beach behind me. I'm in this beach chair. I had my shirt off trying to get a little color. And, oh, my goodness. Folks, I've always been conscious about my appearance. I'm 66, going to be 70, in 4 years, less than 4 years. I've drawn a line in the sand. This eating and drinking certain things and whatever that's caused this futile walking, futile going to the gym, spinning my wheels because of diet is over. So here's what I'm doing. I'm doing ketovore. That's right. I know that eating a steak or turkey or ham, lunch meat like the Atkins diet, and eggs and cheese. By the way, I went to BJ's today to spend my money on some filet mignons. They didn't have any, but I did spend some of my money. I got that Machango cheese. I opened it and the package is not on there, and took a little slice off right there. Look at that big chunk you get. I think it's $12, $15. Not cheap, but that's a big chunk of it compared to what you get at Publix. So I Googled, is cheese part of a keto diet? And Siri said, yes, it is keto friendly. It's full of fat. And you know, you can't sit there and just eat on it all day. But I love that cheese, and I haven't eaten cheese in a while. I kind of cut that out of my diet, but I didn't diet right. So today, I saw some photos of myself, and maybe I haven't looked in the mirror in a while, but it's over. It's over. So I decided to not starve myself, but between everything that I know about keto and Atkins that I've done before, everything that you've shared regarding carnivore, and everything that I've seen on YouTube when I looked at carnivore videos and other diet type videos, and that skinny guy I keep talking about that talked about how great you're going to feel if you drink water for 3 days. He actually had a book come out today. He's actually pretty smart. But I'm taking a little bit of everything, and I'm going to eat little, finish eating early, eat meat, cheese, and eggs, and butter, and I will include some salads without the terrible salad dressing, and some vegetables. Like tonight I had some green beans and a filet like that thick, you know, that big around. It was small. There was a deal on them at Publix, and I pushed it around in the pan with some garlic and butter. It was very flavorful. And I also, which is probably won't eat any more of them but someone, you know, they got some nutrition in them, was a half of a baked potato with a lot of butter on it. So now, even though that's nowhere close to like strict carnivore or strict keto, because of the green beans or potato, I don't know if the green beans are included or not, but it was all I had. And I had some fruit. I had a couple pieces of red bell pepper, and I had a couple of grapes. I got some grapes in here. I know about the fruit deal and the sugar in them and bananas and all this stuff. Going to kill you, make you fat. Yeah. You look at Hawaiians. That's all they eat is pineapples, bananas, and fruit. But anything that you eat over amount of, right? Who am I talking to, right? Preaching to the choir. But it's on. And I'm hungry right now. And I just had dinner about an hour ago. But I won't die. And I'll drink a lot of water. I'll just fill myself up on water. I also got at BJ's $4 a dozen. 2 dozen eggs. There's my grapes. And I brought home some of the green beans and a piece of steak. There's my cheese. This is some lemonade, sugar-free, I bought for something to drink. My eye drops are in there. And I just bought, where is it? They didn't have any heavy whipping cream, folks. Where's my whipping cream? Where is it? Hey, oh, right in front of my face. So Publix was sold out of heavy whipping cream. But they did have in stock heavy whipping cream organic for about $15. No, it was $7. Stupid for a little size like that. And that doesn't even say heavy whipping cream. It just says whipping cream. I should have just bought half and half. I got to have cream in my coffee. That's all I can tell you. But it's all over. I'm not eating much anymore. I got 30 pounds to lose. I'm not kidding you. I'm about 210, and I need to be 180. And I've only been 180 once in like the last 6 years. It was short-lived. So it's just going to be a way of life. And today is day one. Now let me tell you what else I did to accelerate this matter. If you saw a couple of my videos today, I went to Lido Beach, and I used to go there all the time years ago and set up my thing like I had showed you guys today. I had the whole setup. And I would play aerobie, or frisbee, we'll just call it that. That's what it is. But the thing is called an aerobie. It's different. You saw today, I was throwing it to myself. There was a little breeze, it was bringing it back. And for the first time in years of doing it, I was actually doing pretty good. And you have to run a little bit to get it, you know, and that was exercise. And I played aerobie with somebody. Then I snorkeled for a very short time, but I swam. And then I come home and I went to the pool and I took my mask, snorkel, and fins and I did laps. But I thought something's different here. I used to do laps a lot. That'll really make you hungry and melt you down. And I said, you know what? I don't think I use my fins. That's kind of cheating, you know. You're at the other end of the pool and like that, no time. So I took the fins off, took a break, got back in the water. I like to do swimming with a mask and snorkel because I'm not good at that turn your mouth out, you know, and get air. And I'm not going to open my eyes underwater. I know you got swimmer goggles you can get, but you don't have a snorkel. You got to get air, and I'm not good at that. So if I just put a mask and snorkel on and just swim, and I can see where the other end is, that was good exercise. I don't know why I put fins on. I don't need fins in the pool. And I was at the other side in no time. But I did like 20 laps, and I would say 70% of those laps I had the fins on. Then I did my second session barefoot with just the mask and snorkel. So I did all that exercise today, and I've got, where did this come from? 10,331 steps. So a hell of a good day of the day I decided to draw a line in the sand. And so, I mean, I wanted to do it all day. I was actually going to take a run tonight. I wanted to run down to Publix like a mile away. But I said, don't kill yourself, Baker. So I've done good, and now here I am. And tomorrow morning, we're going to be back into our routine of making our coffee here at home. I've got that, but I do want to visit Starbucks tomorrow, maybe for the second cup after we have morning chat and have our coffee, because you see these? Here is the scooters, scoot on around. Here's Badass Coffee over there in Lakewood Ranch. And here is that Foxtail coffee cup that I got over at the UTC Mall. And so far, nothing comes close to McDonald's coffee. You know, I like to say it's the best cup of coffee I had in my life, but I don't feel comfortable saying it if I don't mean it. And the Scooter's coffee ranks really close second because maybe a little bit more cream would have made it even better. But it's only $1. It's got a nice cup, very nice cup, and it tastes really good. The mild. I got a dark black cowboy coffee the first time around. Hated it. Said it was good, but don't believe a damn thing I say. That was not good. No black coffee is good to me. So tomorrow, what'd you say about Starbucks? Thought you hated that. Well, I never had any use for it. I hope they have this coffee, but one of the subscribers said to get this, I forgot it now. I'm going to go with the first one, the blonde. I'm going with some kind of blonde. Your dad drinks it, and it's supposed to be the best coffee he's ever drank in his life. So I'm going to try the blonde, and then I think it was Saul sent a request to try the pike, some kind of pike. I'm sure when I mentioned that, I hope all these Starbucks always carry these flavors, but I'll ask for a mild, or that name, the blonde and the pike. And I'm going to get the cream. And you told me that Starbucks actually has heavy whipping cream, and I can request that. So Starbucks might go from, 0 to hero. We'll find out. Find out what the craze is about, because all these people are wrapped around the corner every day. And I'll be putting Dunkin' Donuts back in the mix. I'm going to be going there. And I'm going to try Panera Bread. And there was somewhere else. Oh, Wawa. And so we've got a few. But tomorrow's goal is to do the Starbucks. I can only do so many coffees a day. The other day when I did this, I literally went broke. I'm going to need some donations in my coffee fund because I bought them and I drank the badass and it left a badass taste in my mouth. They should call it bad breath coffee. Sorry about that, but I don't like it. That Hawaiian coffee, I tried it twice. I got the black, which I won't fault them for that. No black coffee is good to me, cowboy coffee. But I didn't like it. I don't like it. And I don't like foxtail. And they didn't put the cream in it. Maybe if they put the cream in it, extra cream, like I said, maybe. So you can't believe a damn thing I say. I said I don't like Starbucks. Maybe make a liar out of me. I might get that blonde or that pike and like it. I might go back and tell Foxtail, I won't go back to badass. I might tell, try the Foxtail again, because it was piping hot, that's for sure. But I don't know why I need to go back right now when I got all those others to try. They had their shot. That's the way I ordered it. They got their review. I already did a double shot, a repeat video on scooters and badass, because I ordered the cowboy coffee the first time. I tried that black coffee business for about a week or a few days. Not going to do it. Give me my cream, baby. So I already got rid of the hazelnut and the creamer and all that stuff I used to use forever. Then I was on Equal. But yeah, we're going to go on a coffee tour. That'll be part of the videos. And I'm glad I have the McDonald's right here, the McCaffey, because if I go out in the morning and I don't have my McDonald's coffee, and I go get a Starbucks or a Panera Bread or one of the others I just mentioned, Wawa. I know Wawa's good, and we'll have to try Racetrack and Flying J if we take a trip again, or what was that? Not Flying J. What's that truck stop I like to stay at? Buc-ee's. What's that other truck stop though that I? Not Flying J, but A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, J. Is it J? Whatever that name of that truck stop is, I slept at all them times. I'm drawing a blank. But I'm not going to be able to go without McDonald's coffee, so I'll have that in the morning. That'll also give me a comparison, fresh in my mouth, with heavy whipping cream I got in the refrigerator. Then we'll go out to Starbucks or Panera Bread and Wawa and the other places. And I'm going to try and get back down to Venice Beach and sit on that beach. We made a video there not too long ago, and it was a very nice beach, but I didn't go on it and sit on it and get in the water, and I'd like to do that. And I'll also go down for the subscriber that asked me about whatever that pass is south of Siesta Key. We'll drive down there and check that out. And I made a rant video on the way home tonight that I didn't post, and probably won't. It was just, what do you need to be negative for? It was just, I'll say this. I've always said that, bad drivers are a real pet peeve of mine. And aggressive driving is mainly what I'm saying. And people are so aggressive in their cars. I mean, they're probably the nicest people in the world to talk to them. They get behind the wheel of their car and they change. Tailgate, sewing through traffic way over the speed limit on the freeway and surface streets. So that's all. I'll digress. But, you know, it's like everywhere I go, every day. It's probably that way in your neighborhood. They said that most Americans would fail a driving test today. I believe that 100%. I mean, really. It used to be years ago, you know, you would put your turn signal on and people would just hit the brakes. Hey, go ahead. No, you first. Now it's like, no, you're not getting in front of me. You know. But anyway, I went on and on. It was a rant. I'm not going to post it. But, man, slow down, people. You know, be considerate to other people. You're not going to get there any quicker. You ever see these people? They're real aggressive, and you come up to the red light, and there they are, parked right next to you. And the next light, and the next light. You know? And then you end up going to the same place together. I'm going to ride the e-bike now. I haven't rode it in a couple of days, and I want to absolutely ride it. I love that little e-bike. I haven't charged the battery again. I just went out there and turned it on and looked at it. It still has 3 bars out of 6 or 5 or something like that. I'll charge it when I get through riding it tonight. And I'm very happy with it. The scooter that I'm receiving, the stand-up on scooter, has been delayed until tomorrow. It was coming Tuesday, and then I got a FedEx update that it arrives tomorrow. So we'll be doing a review and playing with that and seeing how fun that is to ride around on. But I've been thinking, since I've been away for a couple of days, away from the RV park, that I think on that e-bike, I want to ride it. You know, I went to the beach, I did some other things, and I wanted to ride it to the gym. I wanted to go to the store with it. I got a lock and cable and everything. And it's just fun. And a couple of you have commented about how you think it's a cool looking bike. I'm telling you right now, I recommend you get one. I've never seen them cheaper. I paid over $2,000 out of my own pocket. They sent me this one, but I paid over $2,000, a red one. You can look at the videos if you go back far enough. A place in Sarasota. It went about 30 miles, 32 miles an hour. It was about 3, 4, 5 miles an hour faster than this one, but that's fast enough, believe me. And so for the price they're offering it, $9.99 was what I looked at last. And there was $100 off if you use the word Tim. And I mean, get one, you know, get one. I rode the Trek yesterday, and I don't know whether I really like that bike that much. It's not a hybrid or a road bike. It doesn't have enough speed. I don't mind pedaling. I don't mind an exercise bike. In fact, I want to go around Nathan Benderson with both the e-bike and the Trek. But the Trek is a mountain bike, as one of you pointed out. And the gearing is 24 gears, 8 in the back and 3 on the front crank. That thing can pedal so easy, it feels like there's no chain on it. It'll go straight up a hill. So in a different terrain other than Florida, you know, it's got a wide tire. It's not a hybrid tire. That is definitely a mountain tire. They're 26 175 or something like that. Anyway, I don't like it. I don't like it because I don't have the proper area to ride it, and I don't have, it doesn't go fast enough. When you go into higher gearing where it's harder, it seems like, you know, I don't know, something about it. So it's going to have to go bye-bye. But, you know, I wanted that beach cruiser thing. That doesn't go fast either. But they just had kind of cool style. I see them all the time. I saw a guy today over at Nathan Benderson or somewhere at the beach maybe with gears on it. And I know they paid $600-700 for these bikes. And you can buy that e-bike for that. So it's, you know, it's a different animal. It's like you either want that or the other. But you're going to spend, and who am I talking to? The one subscriber in there, you know, I forget your username, but you're a big time cyclist. And, you know, they cost $5,000, right? Minimum, some of them, for these carbon fiber road bikes. So a few $100, $600-800 isn't a lot of money for a good bike and or a a good, decent e-bike. So think about it. They're a lot of fun. Get your exercise. And one thing I didn't include today that I'll be obviously jumping back on real hard, I don't want to neglect, is muscle. So that's going to require the muscle training, push-ups and bench presses and curls and all that with the gym. So I'm really serious, folks. I am not going to grow into a geezer in my final chapters of my life, just getting bigger and bigger and slower and flabbier and flabbier. I am going to be, I saw a guy today walk around BJ's. He had to be at least my age, maybe older. He had his shirt tucked in, he wore a pair of Levi's, he had on like some skate shoes and a ball cap, and he looked like a slim, fit man. And, kudos to him. He definitely didn't look like most of the people we see walking around. We've got an obesity problem in our country. Everybody could use a little exercise. Everybody, could start to crush it.